We give you the real, like we popping a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is the script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your sixth sense, we back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw, uncut, no taste.
What's going on, people? What's up, and what's up? This is your boy DJ Talented, and I am in the building. Yeah. We got a special guest in the building as well. And then we also have...
Oh, you talking to me? MiZZ Entertainment. You always say I'm on the left. I listen for that.
It's not on the left. It's on the right.
Whatever. One of them.
On my right.
Left or right. Yeah, I listen for that.
All right. Well, on my right, I have...
MiZZ Entertainment, y'all.
Oh, damn. And then to my left, special guest in the house. Talk to me.
I have Lovabo to the Y. 803. Oh, on my back was good.
Yay.
What's going on? Let's get this message.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all funny.
Yeah. We got buttons over here, man.
I see them.
You press buttons all the time.
You press buttons. Let's get that clear.
You press her button, huh?
I press the button.
Yeah, you press her button all the time.
Ain't no pause.
That's why. Yeah, you press the buttons all the time. You does make a temperature rise. You make temperature rise up. She got a fever right now.
She know it.
Every time you get up and open his mouth, like.
Hey, hold on, wait. What that look, man? Put the pause button on you.
Whatever.
Or something. How y'all weekend been, man?
Work, and more work, just like Rihanna said, without the reggae.
Yep. Without the reggae.
I can tell you at 1.7 that she had that.
1.7 billion.
I just need her to just give me a kid to adopt. I just give her a seed. I drop it down and I pick it right back up. 9 months later, I can just be a baby dad and stay at home in one of the Martha Vineyard houses she got.
Yeah. Take a percentage of that.
Yeah, she second entertainer, black woman entertainer that's the second richest.
Yep.
But she's smart. Black women are smart. It's called black girl magic.
I gotta deal with it every day. It's a good thing, though. Yeah, black girl magic is a good thing. You're smart, y'all ambitious, y'all know where y'all want to go in life.
You keep forgetting strong.
Expect
my
that.
strong hand.
But, we need support too. It's hard to be the strong one. Because I got feelings too. It's hard out here for a pimp because I got feelings too. Shit bothers me too.
Right. I get it. That's why we're a strong team.
Yeah, I will agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Y'all heard it. MiZZ is a strong strength. God damn it. Is it the Bacardi? What we sipping on today, Miss Entertainment?
Some Bacardi Island tea. So
I'm going right to the liquor store and get some later.
Shout out to Damon, Men of Courage, for introducing us to this one.
Mm-hmm. And they got a blue version too.
Yep.
So, we had the both of them. Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Entertainment, what we got going on today?
You ready for some hot topics?
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw some of them.
All right, here we go. All righty. So the NFL announces that they won't extend the season to accommodate a COVID-19 outbreak among unvaccinated players that causes a game cancellation. So if a game cannot be rescheduled during the 18-week schedule due to a COVID outbreak among unvaccinated players, the team with the outbreak, will forfeit and be credited with a loss. In addition, players on both teams will not be paid for the loss, and the team that's responsible for the canceled game due to unvaccinated players will cover financial loss and be subject to potential discipline from the commissioner's office. Now, the NFL is taking a lead, but there are some other companies that follow suit with mandating people to be vaccinated if you want to work here. So what do you guys think about that?
being in the black culture, you can't tell black people what to do. They ain't gonna do nothing till they're in the hospital bed and their mama screwing over them. That's how it works, until it happens in their family, that's when they're gonna do it. But I just think since the city opened back up, it's just a lot of partying and everybody's just glad to be free again and outside, and it's just hard to keep up with everybody,
So that means you should, even though regardless of the amount of time, because let's be clear, the vaccination was cleared, but the FDA, it's a long process. So it's nothing going to be, overnight, but they did give it a temporary pass, yeah, we good. So why not get vaccinated?
Well, you could look at that two ways. Because I read this thing I saw it on the internet, where New York is making people, if you have not been vaccinated, you can't go to restaurants. You can't go to grocery stores.
They're making it uncomfortable.
They're making it, they basically making you do something, regardless if you want to do it or not. They're going to make you do it. In order for you to eat, you have to be vaccinated. And that's fucked up. And it's fucked up because you taking the choice out of the person's hand.
No.
Yes.
No, not because you don't have to eat there. Then that's not all restaurants or whatever. You have a choice. You have a choice to either abide by my rule, like you at home, and your parents, and your mama said you're gonna do this, or you can get the hell out.
Well, with some people, like I got a restaurant that I go to all the time, like in Decatur. Park is on Punch, shout out to them. But when I go there now, they want to see either a photo of it or a physical card. Then, like the waitress be like, "Hi, how are you? Welcome to Parkers on Pines. Can I see your card, please?" Is that what
Oh wow!
Yeah, and
yeah,
we already there. You get what I'm saying? And my generation is the reason why we have a new screen, because since the city opened back up, a lot of my generation, with the extra stuff that they're doing, well, I can say we too, but I'm not doing, but my generation is doing a lot of extra stuff that causes you guys' generation to be at risk, because it's a lot of partying, not enough people at work. It's so many hiring signs out. That's why it's going up. Nobody's at work hardly. Everybody's so busy partying, and not wearing a mask, and people don't wash their hands. I was at a kickback, and I seen like 10 people literally did not wash their hands when they leave the restroom.
Ew.
So think about it. Somebody like, okay, I'm going to use the restroom, and then I'm going to go get a wing, or I'm going to go get a burger or a hot dog, or go pour something. They put their hands on a bunch of cups. You got to think about all those things that people do that cause you guys to get sick.
That's why I don't get lemon in my guess, and that's
Yep.
Because that means you put your hand in there.
Right. Right.
You never know what people doing.
Right.
Even with the people that work at the restaurant.
That's true.
You never know what they're doing.
That is true.
That's very right.
You could be dropping your food on the floor, stepping on it, picking it back up, put it on the grill a couple times, put it on your plate, and you eating it.
Yeah, you won't know until you get home and your stomach's like, if you make it home.
You might have to let it go right there. You're running out the boot.
And you can. That has been me. Didn't make it home. Had to pull over. Hey, we got to pull over for the nearest restaurant. I'm sorry.
Right. I feel your pain.
Man, don't be at work and then something like that happen.
Oh, that happened.
Nowhere to go. Especially I work outside.
Oh no.
So man, you just where the nearest tree and leaf
at. Yeah, I know this kind of nasty, but we had it was at work and it had one of those potlucks, right? In my greedy ass.
Oh no.
That taught me about potluck. Trust and believe. So I ate my own. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Got in the car on my way home. Stomach said, I said, uh-oh. Said, I said, uh-oh. He's like, I ain't gonna make it. I had to pull over to the nearest gas station and tow that bathroom. It was shit everywhere.
Wow.
It was shit everywhere. And as soon as I got home, I'm taking off clothes, heading. I was messed up. So I was like, I would never do potluck unless I eat my stuff that I bring or somebody I personally know. Like, okay, I know she good. I've been to her house before. Other than that,
Oh
I know this
wow.
may be a little bit off subject, but can you look at a person and say, I'm not eating their food?
Oh yeah.
Some people.
Look at their
Some
fingernails, their face. If they got a lot of pimples on their face, and if they don't floss or brush their teeth, that's a strong indication I want to eat their food.
Oh, they just sit there and just nasty. They're like,
Yeah.
Like they don't look sanitary.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I had a relationship, and the girl mama had cooked something. I was like, I'm not hungry. My stomach growling like I'm
Mm-mm.
why your stomach growling? Oh no, I gotta go to the bathroom. So I had to leave. Jessica, I'm not gonna eat that shit. You don't look right. If you don't look right when it comes down to food, I'm not eating it. As soon as I got home, I made her cook me something.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm a South Carolina boy. We have what they call a spiritual intuition about things. Like my grandma say, the spirit will tell me something.
Sound about right.
And then there are some relatives, because it's like I some folks, you just like, But like my daughter, when she was younger, I said, we have to have that talk. Hey, when we go up in here, don't you touch nothing. Don't you ask for anything. Don't even think about anything. We eat before we get here, or we eat afterwards.
Right.
And then if you see something, don't say nothing. But she missed that part because a little roach came out. Like, Mama. Then he's just like, oh Lord. But and then they, how black folk they stomping their feet trying to make it move. Like we don't see that. Yeah, our house was always infested with roaches. And when you come out, you gotta be shaking and shit, making sure.
That's why you go over there in the wintertime, you come back out, you put your coat on the car, let it freeze up a little bit.
Oh no.
Then they're gonna die now.
Yeah, we had to do that one time. I ain't gonna put his business out there. They had that little sword. They had that little fight when we went to watch the fight.
Yeah, we went to a cousin's house to watch a boxing match.
Oh boy,
Man,
it's going downhill after this.
Yes, way down here. Fucking cockroaches over in the corner.
Oh
they was
no,
chasing each other. Then the ones got close to each other. They started fighting.
The roaches?
Yes, they started fighting. I'm like, where's the exit?
It is time
I
to
need to
go.
get out of here.
They was watching the game. Them had to be
That
had to be two black souls intertwined in the two cockroaches that saw the game like, bro, what's good, bro? Put them hands up, put them paws up.
they must have boxes or something. But they was knocking the shit out of each other.
It's two black brothers or two black sisters, because black young girls, they had to be in past lives. I don't know what's happening in that situation.
So
boy,
what roaches have? They don't have paws, hands. What do they got?
I call them antennas.
Oh, okay. So they were throwing them antennas.
They were throwing something because both of them was over there giving it to each other, scrapping. This is some next level shit.
Why y'all ain't put it on YouTube? Y'all could have monetized that and made some money.
It was just amazing. Just you sit there like,
no, y'all could have monetized and made some money.
Yeah.
That could have been over 1 billion views.
Shit.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Y'all could have been millionaires, man. That was y'all moment.
Why you ain't feeling
Exactly. That's when you get them.
Some type of encounter with roaches, so they're gonna watch it. That would have been.
I would have recorded it.
Yeah.
And I would have been like one of them announcers. Round 3.
Yeah.
And then I make the edit.
Finish him.
See that what I'm saying? That's how you see that happen, man. Get your editing on, man.
Hey, you little motherfucker! I told you to get the fuck out of my face. You take that one.
Y'all stupid.
Talking about damn roaches.
Yeah. So moving on to our next hot topics is nope. I'm still in our hot topics. Okay, you get ready to do some shit. And I'm like, no. Hold on,
man.
No.
Pause.
So Simone Simmons, the black gymnast, pulled out of the Olympics due to mental health issues. Some negative folks will say that she was letting her team down, but some applauded her for putting her health first. So, back in the day, black folks, we always say, suck it up, pray about it, but ultimately keep going. But we're in a new age, new generation, new thoughts, new information where mental health is accepted as an issue and it's not healthy. So what are your thoughts on dealing with depression? because we've all been there.
Oh, you have to address it. I did 2 years of therapy, and after I did 2 years of therapy, I was a better artist. You can be a better anything when you put your mental 1st. You have to be one with yourself before you can be one with anybody else on any type of level or any type of subject, anything that you do. So I applaud her for that.
I do too, and that's like I just remember, especially growing up back in the day, it's like, when you know better, you do better. Because I've been guilty of it too. It's like some of the stuff that's like, that is not that big. I can tell you about some big stuff.
Right.
Suck it up. I need you to man up. It's gonna be okay.
Right.
But you're right. We have to stop and really address what's really going on, and for us to move forward. Because that depression or mental health came right to our doorstep when our daughter was contemplating suicide.
Oh my Lord.
And then we had to go pick her up from institution, because of that.
Right.
Know? So, she's a lot better now, but she just had a mental breakdown and nobody saw it coming.
I had that with my mom. I started taking care of her back in 2017 and just really had to re-encourage her that she wanted to live because she lost, will to live. You know what I'm saying? And, I had to really, me and her relationship wasn't that good. And I had to really, find God at that point. Me and my mom had to readdress ourselves to him so we can develop our bond and for me to save her. Because when I seen her, I ain't seen my mom like 2 years. And when I saw her, she wasn't herself. She was very depressed. I had to really take 2 months off of work and really reassure her. And, we had to get her the help and stuff that she needs. And, now just to see her now back, herself again, and she's even happy to talk about it. And she even helped some of her friends who was facing depression because she was depressed about me leaving home. And it went years and years of her saying, okay, I want you to come home. You know how depression happens. It can come from any subject, anything. And so I just apply anybody that wants to fix themselves because you got to fix yourself in order to be a better you.
So if you don't mind, you just let me know, was there a reason why you hadn't talked to her in 2 years?
Well, long story short, I come from a big family. And my family come from doctors, lawyers, teachers, and preachers. Okay. I had a full scholarship with the National Science Foundation, full scholarship. I was getting a stipend of $3,000 a month. I was at an HBCU, but I fell in love with hip hop. Even though I like hip hop, I fell in love with hip hop, and I decided to take the check that I got and invested in music. My grandma, my uncles, everybody was against it. So I kind of turned into the black sheep, but they saw that I manned up because they put me out of the house. They said, okay, so if you're going to do music, you're going to have to get a job. You're going to have to do you. They saw that I had a natural instinct of common sense. I was working 2 jobs, had my own car, had my own crib, doing my own thing. And, I earned their respect. And, just years and years of not talking to my mom, she was so mad about me leaving school. She was so mad about me because she put me in the facade of being perfect. I had straight A's in school. I played cello, violin, viola, double bass. I did all these things, cross country. I was doing the white boy stuff. So my mom felt like all her years of hard work was wasted. She did say that because she wanted me to have a PhD, but that wasn't my calling. My calling was to be a musician. And, finding that calling, realized I had the gift of gab was like through life experiences, the people that I touch. And especially when the music that I made, just, hearing myself now, what if I didn't take a step just to be me? And just the redeveloping that relationship. My mom is a very strong Aries. So she can be intimidating at times even now. So it's kind of like hard even telling her something. She'd be ready to hit you. So she'd be like, what? And I'll be like, okay, now let me get ready because she can throw a 2-piece in the butter and you don't even know you on the ground. Or get a pan, she'll get anything she get her hands on. Yeah. So I really to this day, even though me and her, we are, I say 75%. Right now. We at 75, didn't let her like really fully because she wanted to come to my house for 3 months. I said, let's try.
Yeah. I can kind of identify or understand to a certain degree where my mom was coming from, because my daughter, she excelled. She was salutatorian. She plays double bass. She's black belt, right? She's all these accolades, right? And she got a scholarship to Brown University, which is an Ivy League school. And that's like, whoa. And she's like, nah. What? And HBCU is off the That was definitely off the what we say. It was not a part of her, because she wanted to study more than just music. Music is still her heart, but she had an interest in foreign languages. And so she still got a scholarship to Western University, but that is not no Brown. But I still respected her choice, and I was like, "Are you sure?" Because she could have went to Florida State. She could have went other. She got into a slew of colleges or universities, but that's not what she wanted to do. So I had to step back and was like, and now. And I was actually thinking about this morning. It's so funny. She's now a music teacher at Fulton Science Academy. And I was just thinking, it's like all that running around, taking her, did this rehearsal, this, and oh my God. And it's like some of them, I had to sit through like musicals, which I absolutely hate. But I've gotten better with them. I just felt this morning, it's like it was all worth it. Not that it wasn't before, but it just, when you really sit back and think of all, because your kids, your life kind of stops when you have kids. And I don't wanted her to be more than just, much more than me, and better than me. So she got put in everything, which means I didn't have no time for me, but that was okay though. Because, we just running and doing what we needed to do. She was tired, I was tired. So all that to say, us as parents, we have to sit back and we have to respect the choices that our kids make, because the hope is that they, when we're, bringing them up, to be that adult that can make their own decisions. That's what we always wanted. So she'll come around. She'll be all right.
I mean, I made a name for myself. Shorty Low Jr. is one of my best friends. You get what I'm saying? I can call some people in music because I earn respect. Like, I was homeless nearly 5 months, staying in an abandoned house, then called family, because as an artist, I just felt like I had something to prove. And I felt like you can give a little bit more, don't give up. I used to walk to my showcases, you know what I'm saying? Walk 2 miles to work, singing one song in my head. I get to the event, turn up, and shout out to some of the clubs that fed me, back, like 6-7 years ago. I ain't eating 3 or 4 days. They feed me, give me an opportunity to throw parties, and I packed the club out just to prove a point, to say I'm ready to work. So it's just, I just had this hunger and this drive, because I knew who Lovaboy was, but I knew Lovaboy had to push more in order to gain the respect that I've gotten. And a lot of people say I don't give myself that much credit. I'm so humble, and I'm just so thankful, because God spared my life too many times, and he, I have a voice and I have a job. I have a job. I have something that I have to do. And, when you have the gift of gab, you have to be responsible by it. And I have other artists, shout out to them, who's watching, that look up to me. Like, I was about to cry, bro. I was like, yo, y'all need to start. Like, yo, bro, we respect you so much. I was like, no, I don't. No. I don't need to respect me. I no. It was like, you have proven yourself as just taking ownership and being a man. Because my latest song, I'm a King, that was inspired of that, because it took me as a man to realize what I had, because I had to perfect and recreate what God gave me, because I lost myself. Because when you lose yourself trying to refine yourself, because I was in a family that didn't let me decide nothing. When I graduated from high school, my mind was blank. My uncle said something to me that really messed me up. I'm like, what? He was like, you completely on your own. He said, just like that. I was like, on my own. He was like, on your own. I was like, why are you saying this? And I'm sitting on God. I was like, look out the window. I'm on my own. And it was like my first year of college. It was like, I liked it, but
that wasn't you.
It wasn't me. I'm a free spirit. I love people. I wanted to do something in the line of entertainment, and I found, hip hop, and I was good at it. I was real good at it. The years of me doing that, I go back and look at my very first video with Rap Lord Global with Sue Mullah. I was 19 years old, had one song called Got a Ball. It had one hook, and I said, I got a ball the whole song. But people was feeling me. They was like, okay, but we need a verse. Okay, we get it. We need a verse. So right. So it's just bittersweet to look back at what I've done and the impact that I made. And, just me being at this point now, I just want to keep re-inspiring people to be them and just to go hard. Because if you're trying to do something, you got to do it by yourself. Nobody is not going to help you at all. It takes you to do it by yourself. That's the only way it's going to get done.
That is seriously true. You got to put in the time.
Right.
To get the way you want to go to.
Right.
Don't expect nobody to be giving you handouts.
Oh, you gotta put I worked overnight 4.5 years. I wrote some good songs. I'm like, you know what? Okay. And it's just me just learning, and reteaching it. Cause I can tell you a couple of artists, Steph Clark, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you, J-Mo Soul, and a couple of other artists that are very talented, but yet still gotta be patient. That's the key, gotta be patient, gotta be willing to listen. And listen is the key. That's what I had to learn how to do. I had to understand and realize that my mouth overloaded my ass. Okay. That's the only reason why I wasn't making any way to go anywhere, because I was so busy running my mouth. And I'm glad I still got reminders. I was on the phone with somebody from a label, and he reminded me because I kept talking. He said, you need to shut the hell up because you're not listening. I said, you're right. I'm not listening. I am not listening. You're right.
They feel like, okay, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
Do it. Let me go do it.
Right.
But somebody tell them some good information.
Right.
There was an artist that I was working with. I was trying to tell this artist, look, let's cut this way. Mm-hmm. No, I'm gonna go straight through it. If we cut it this way, we can make sure we on pitch for this section. Then we can move to the next section. And then the person didn't want no damn auto-tune, nothing.
And she can't sing. But okay.
See, I was gonna say it was a she or a he, but that person couldn't sing.
Well, I've been doing vocal lessons. I can do it on cue. You go on saying, but I ain't here to do all that.
just saying, if you don't take feedback,
right,
then you don't know where the hell you can go.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's somebody that's giving it, there's no malicious
for free,
or no, there's no malicious intent. It's just I'm trying to help you.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right.
But while we're talking about that, my next story is Dr. Dre is back in the news. LaToya Johnson, 35, mother of 4, and his daughter of that multimillionaire Dr. Dre, told reporters that she is homeless and her father, Dr. Dre, won't help or talk with her. She's doing Uber Eats and they're about to repossess her vehicle. She mentioned that he disowned her because she kept speaking about him in the media, which she's speaking about him again. So what do y'all think about? Because when it comes to family members or kids or whatever, sometimes they think they are entitled to whatever you have.
I had a conversation like that with my niece the other day because we worked at the same location. I said, what would you do if I said I won the lottery? She was like, man, we finna quit. Hold on, nigga. What you mean we? I said I won the money, not you. Well, if you win, you gonna give me something extra. That don't mean your ass gonna be able to quit.
I just appreciate the family that I do have because they gave me something that money can't buy, and it's courage. They talked to me. They came as a family, all of them. They had the hands was Christopher,
They get you to go.
You want to do hip hop or the hippity hop. You can't live here, baby. You're gonna have to go out there, but you know we gonna be praying for you along the way. And I know the good God is gonna protect your child. He gonna hold, and then they start speaking in that tone, you know how country people do. And long story short, you know, I just appreciate them, you know, just pushing me because they gave me that push to do what I need to do. I mean,
Right.
they could have said, you know, we didn't talk for like maybe 2 years. And 2 years later, I pulled up with my own vehicle. You get one. My grandma was like, okay.
Oh, look at you.
She looking at my mama. It worked. It worked. I gave him the boot and it worked because I was staying with my grandma. I was 22 when she told me I had to go. And she cried. She said, baby, you gotta go. I mean, I gotta do something else with this room, and I'm gonna donate all that other stuff you got, the Goodwill. I said, what? She said, you take 2 pairs of shoes, baby. Them other ones that go in the Goodwill, the clothes going to Goodwill, everything else going to Goodwill, DVDs, everything going to Goodwill. You just need to go out and
She bought the clothes.
No. I love my grandma for that though, because when I saw her, the last time I saw her, I cried and I hugged her. She is a strong woman that raised all of us to hold her on. And I'm about to cry. Now I ain't trying to. I'll keep it G. Yeah. I'll keep it G. No, I'm keeping it G. But it's just for me to be able to hold my own. That money can't buy that. Nah. Money can't buy that.
Okay, it's true. Okay, we're gonna move on because I got a scenario for you.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay, let's go. Mm-hmm.
Now we're talking about how, you know, our family members have done just to make us strong. Now, our ultimate goal is to be successful, whatever success is for you.
Right.
So when you do become successful, how do you deal with family members that think that they're entitled? Meaning, now that you're in those shoes, would you do the same thing that your parents or foreparents done to you? Or would you do it a lot differently?
Well, it was reversed back to me when I started taking care of my mom in 2017. So I had to really humble myself because at the time, me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye. And at the time, she needed me. And I felt like, why I got to help her and there's all these others. She got brothers and sisters. Why I got to do it? Me being the only child, I felt like it wasn't my responsibility due to the fact that me and her wasn't on good terms. But my grandma had to sit down with me. She said, look here, baby, I'm going to court order you to do it. And she court ordered me for a year to do it. She did. And my grandma is so bled high raw. But I love her for it because it taught me how to manage money better. I was able to get my own place. All right, it's just certain things that a grandmother, she knew me. I guess she knew what buttons to push. You get what I'm saying? Her being old school, she pushed some buttons and she said, look at you. Been at your job for a while. Got a place to live.
But the court order you to do what? Take care of your mom?
Mm-hmm.
But that's her child.
No, the thing about it is at the time, me being an artist, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And my grandma found a way to get me to be a better person and a better artist and a better son. I had to be all three.
Okay.
Because I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do as an artist. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do as a son. And I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do for myself. I'm not going to sit there and put on the facade in front or lie for anything. I keep it G. I keep 100 because I was so busy partying every night, drinking too much, literally not skipping days out of work, making excuses that, you know what, I'm tired. And I wasn't even tired because I didn't want to go. That's what happened in my 20s. When I finally turned 28, 29, that's when God said, enough. Okay, it's time for you to really get this together because I'm so sick of you.
Right. Okay. So what about you? Because now you have a son, you know, growing up, looking at you. Now we make it big and you have family that you already know gonna be coming out of the woodworks. Hey, cuz.
Them is this.
We family.
Them the ones that I'm gonna cut their ass short. Look, you wasn't dealing with me before this. You're not gonna deal with me after.
Well, what about the ones that like you was talking about your niece? Like you won, we won.
Now, now I have in my head a number that I would give them if I wanted to do that. But you're not gonna tell me that I'm gonna do it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not gonna tell me that you're getting parts of it because you didn't win it. I won it.
Well,
everything you get is what I give you.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy.
Well, I'm looking at it because I'm well on my way to being at that point. And how I look at it is, you know, giving somebody what they need, not what they want. And me, honestly, money is a tool. So now that I understand what money is used for, and I'm going to say it again, now that I understand what money is used for, it won't really overexcite me. I know exactly where it needs to go. And that's the first thing I really had to understand at first, what money was used for. And, you know, when you see money, you have to use money for certain things. And when I get to that point, donating, you know, helping people out, you know, as far as foundations and stuff, like there's a lot of things that I want to do when I get to that point, and reinvesting in people that invested in you. That's just the American way. But certain artists, like certain rappers, not trying to aim at nobody. When they get big, they start holding money to their ear. That's very ignorant. You get what I'm saying? Forgetting about how you got there, starting beef, feud, all that other stuff. Me personally, I want to give back to everybody that gave to me, because it really was a village that helped me as an artist, because I wasn't the best Lovaboy 5 or 6 years ago. You get what I'm saying? It's different experiences and different encounters. And I had so many different people set me down and gave me different pieces of advice that I put together in my head, and I recreated and made myself who I am now, because I had to take the initiative to realize, in order for me to be able to be the entity that I'm meant to be, I have to make these significant changes. And, you know, and I'm just honored to do that when I, you know, get to that point. It's very soon. I'm saying it is very close.
Okay. But I would say, like, going back to like Dr. Dre and his daughter, evidently there's something that went on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he's pretty much has checked out, and she
Right.
still keep bringing his name up.
Right.
So, I mean, even at the end of the day, that is your child. Would you, even though, like, if your child really shitted on you, you know, they really didn't like you, you know that child don't give a damn about you, but they got their hand out, would you still help?
No. Oh, well, I can give you an example with my mom, because like she really was saying a lot of bad things about me. You know, she was telling her sisters and brothers this stuff, and they'll call me and tell me, your mom ain't giving you the real uncut version. And when she called me every time she needs something. She do. And, you know, and I help her because I just know how she is. It's just, she's not going to change. She's stuck in her ways. I prayed about it. I accepted it because I only get one mama. You get what I'm saying? So I do what I'm supposed to do. For, like, prime example, she got sick for a reason, just to see me. Like, literally, like, she got 2 hernias, and now she's having hernia, quote unquote, surgery in order to, quote unquote, see me and spend 2 or 3 days together. All she had to do was call me and said, son, can you come by the house for 2 or 3 days? Mama want to see you. You don't have to have surgery to have the whole family come. That's how my family works. They, especially with surgeries, they want to make a big fiasco, then go to Piccadilly's or go to Korea after. I said, what? It's not that serious. That's how my family is. I love y'all, but that's what they do.
You got anything? Or we can move on to the next one?
No, we can move on to the next one.
All righty then. Where we at? Let's talk about it. So let's get into who is Lovaboy.
Oh my gosh. Like,
so how did you get into music? What was it, that one thing that's like, this is it?
This story is very true and dear to my heart, because I was a freshman in college and I was a nerd. I was a super nerd. Like, I was not cool. Like, I was scared to speak out. I wasn't this person you talk to. I was scared to talk, scared to do anything. And I remember I was in RCJ, my freshman dorm, and on Spider, he's an alpha. He good with all the ladies, and throwing parties and stuff. And I'm at the library, you know, I'm reading, and I had glasses on. He's talking about, bro, you write papers? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, if you write my paper, I invite you to a party. I said, my mama don't allow me to go to parties. And that's exactly what I said. He said, man, nah, man, come out. So my mama called me. She was like, so son, how was your day? And she'll call me every day around like 5 o'clock when I'm going to the cafe, eating that nasty food. She's talking about how things going. I said, things going good. I passed my test, And I mentioned a part. I said, Ma, you know, somebody invited me to get together. I wrote a paper for him. She said, look here, the devil is a liar. Remember, the devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. You feed into the devil, you're gonna be homeless. So later that night, I decided to go because, you know, I really just wanted to do something. I was bored, and my roommate went, so I went with him, and it just took off from there, you know. Just really hanging with them. It was like a brother I never had. You get what I'm saying? I got my first girlfriend, which was an AKA. You know, shout out to Michelle. She was an AKA. I you know, had great experiences with her. And it really unlocked me as a man, because back at home, I couldn't really do nothing. I was in church all the time with my cello or my violin. I wasn't able to really see people as I was around my family all the time. So really, one thing he taught me, he wrote this on the note card. I still got it in my wallet that says real recognizes real. He said, you keep this, and if you forget that you real, look at it. Long story short, we're gonna fast forward. Decided to drop out of college. One of my best friends told me to host one of his parties in downtown South Carolina, like downtown Columbia. I'm from Columbia. And he said I had to get 50 people to come in. And me, I never promoted a day in my life. I'm on downtown Main Street with flyers trying to tell people about this kickback that's going on later that night. And the first person I talked to was a white person. Hi, how are you? You want to come to a kickback? No, I don't do kickbacks. And it just I had probably got 6 people to come out. And with those 6 people, he gave me the mic. He said, I need you to entertain. I was like, bro, I don't do that. He was like, bro, do your thing. I'm like, bro, I don't do that. I thought you told me to invite people. You was gonna pay me $100. He said, no, you gonna host this whole party, and you gonna rap too. I said, bro, I don't rap. He said, you do rap. And he cut on the instrumental, and I started spitting. And I didn't know where the words was coming from. I was just making stuff up along the way, and it started flowing. And I started getting people to really flow in. And like that next week, it just took off from there. I started working with Kid Concept, but he called himself Concept now. Concept was at the party, and he was like, yo, man, I want to record your first song for you for free. I said, man, I ain't got no money. I just moved back to my grandma's house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to, do this music thing. He said, man, just come by. So when I came by, he had a notepad and a pen. He said, we're going to teach you how to write a hook. I was like, a hook? What's a hook? Long story short, we fast forwarded. I wrote my first song, Got a Ball. It was like full of hooks. It only had one verse in it, but it was a catchy song. And I downloaded the beat off SoundClick. And I didn't know nothing about music rights and nothing like that. So I really, took the song and just kept performing it everywhere until I really got more experience. And as the years passed by, I really started meeting more producers and working with new people. And some of the songs that I've written are basically in my 20s. And when I got to Atlanta, that's when it really took off. I really started, doing all these showcases and, meeting different people. And like, I did a lot of interning. That was my key. Doing a lot of interning. And some people said being a quote unquote yes man. I wasn't. It's just I had a lot that I wanted to learn. I had a lot of energy. I wanted, to do more and, be a better songwriter was the key. I had to really, go and do an internship and work with some people to learn how to write better. And I just really took what I learned from them and put into my own words in my own life, because like my experiences was kind of like crazy being the artist that I am. I really am Lovaboy, because some of the situations I've been in was crazy. You get what I'm saying? I almost was killed 3 times in a row. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and I love shit. You get what I'm saying? Love shit 3 times. Thank you, Lord, for getting me out of it. But it made some good songs along the way, and it really matured me as a man, because I know what I need and what I don't need, if it makes sense.
So who inspired you as far as the music?
The one artist that really inspired me was Tupac, because I live his lifestyle. You know, like I really like I have the mom that got issues, the auntie that caused problems, the grandma that's always mending the pain, the uncle that's always drinking on Fridays in the backyard with the radio playing up loud till the police come. You know, so I mean, I come from that background, and you know, just me being the only person in my family to pursue his dreams, everybody else gave up. I had uncles that given up on being NBA stars. I had cousins giving up being on track stars because people in my family told them they couldn't do it. And me, I was that courageous and rebel, saying I'm going to do it no matter if I have to be homeless, no matter if I have to be whatever, you know, just, you know, I am the true essence of, you know, being myself and not caring what nobody think. You know, me, I, you know, consider myself as a big role model to people that want to do something, because I open doors for a lot of artists. They don't even realize I was that indie artist that really did a lot of stuff. Like literally, I kicked that door down and said, okay, y'all gonna listen to me. You get what I'm saying? I didn't care if I had to fight the person. I didn't care if I had to cuss out the person. I didn't care if the police came. Yeah, I was one of those. I was like, you can call the police. I don't care. I'm performing my song. It was a situation. It was back in 2016. I was with one of my friends and they wanted me in the club. And I paid $75. I said, I'm performing my song. I said, y'all can call APD because I'm going to perform. I performed right in front of APD. I surely did. And then I left. I said, I paid $75. I'm not walking out here. I don't care about this contest. Y'all going to know Lovabo to the Y. And that's, I keep it, and I always say it like that because I consider myself as a gym. I'm a gym that any room that I walk in, people know who I am. And I just don't make a facade. I'm that light that spreads around. I have all this energy. And once I realized what type of energy I had and I study myself, I had to study myself a lot.
So you touched on something as far as those naysayers or those dream killers. So how do you get push past that, and then what would be the advice for others, because we all experience you know those is not in your, that's not checking for you until you make it big, and then all of a sudden they your biggest
fan. I got people that's coming at me now since they realize I know Shorty Low Jr. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo man, I didn't know you and Shorty Low was cool. I didn't know y'all talk. I didn't know y'all litigate. I'm like, really? Why come on now. You get what I'm saying? Like it's just things that, you know, a lot of people saying what I did, especially when I made my debut on Rap City ATL. Shout out to King James. You know, we did this segment. I made the song Price Up. And I remember I said the first lyrics, I just woke up, the price of souls up, choke up. He was like, whoa, Lovaboy, you been writing, bro. What's going on? It's 2020. What you been thinking about in your head? You know, just by me just taking it to the next level so I can be with the masses, because being the type of artist that I was, you know, being sporadic with the words, I wasn't trying to, you know, do all this extra stuff. I was trying to keep it G. But in this millennium, if you want people to listen to you, you got to take it to the next step. And that's what I did. I inspire anybody to just look past. I have a playlist that I play every single day. But the one thing that really helped me is when I found my stones. Like when I learned about, you know, tranquility, peace, meditating, you know, sage, like that stuff opened my mind. I'm like, literally, I got to have sage. I got sage my whole house. Ever since I did that, I do it every day I come home from work. I keep my stones in my pocket. I got my onyx. I got all those things. I got all the artists that know me. They even do that. You know, just putting them in that world, helping them understand the true essence of taking care of yourself. Because when you protect that whole realm, which is you, that temple, nobody can touch you. You get what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people say, why are you always happy? And why you always this? Because I'm taking care of my spiritual. You take care of that spiritual, nobody can touch you, nothing. I done had so many things came at me in the past 2 months. It's not going to stop where I'm going, because the key is I have goals and I set short-term goals. And I put my short-term goals first, and then my long-term goals follow up after I complete my short-term.
Gotcha.
So that's why I don't do long-term. I say long-term, I will be major, but this is what I got to continue to do. Like, make sure I do showcases every week. I keep a budget for that. Make sure my bills are paid. Make sure I get adequate sleep. Make sure I have a good diet. I'm doing CMOS. It's just certain things that I do to protect myself, even eating the right proportionable food. You know, it's just certain things as an artist you have to do to make sure that you are that balance, because you want to make somebody money and you're that product. So in order for me to be that perfect product that somebody wants to buy, I gotta be likable. I gotta want somebody want to take me off the rack. So I gotta make sure I continue to elevate and continue to improve. And that's what I do every day.
So how long have you been in the music industry?
15 years.
Now, one thing that I've heard that we're moving away from
Mhm.
is having an A&R. And you're talking about
Mhm.
keeping improving yourself.
Right.
Do you have an A&R?
Well, I have a couple of people that really are giving me good, quality and telling me what I need, and I'm looking at which one can give me what I need, because I've been signed before twice. So I know what that life is. So I gotta make sure before I sign or do anything that I know what they do, how they do it. I gotta make sure I know that I fit with them, because if I don't fit, there's no point in me signing. I did that. I signed with Calisoda Records and I did not fit with them at all. The only thing we really fit at is when they got me booked to be an extra on Love and Hip Hop all the time. And that didn't pay me nothing. It just got me to meet some of the people in the cast. And I really ain't had a conversation. It was just a hello and a goodbye, not even a picture. I was just in the building, they had pizza and shit. You get a slice of pizza, get a drink, and just watch and see what go on. You can't exchange personal information and nothing like that on set. So I really didn't got nothing. But, seeing people out of that whole 2 years of working with them, I haven't even recorded a single with them. You get what I'm saying? It's just a lot of things that I look at now with having an AR, having a manager. It's just I got to figure out which one is suitable for me, which one gonna put Lovaboy first, because Lovaboy has a family. I take care of a mom and she's not going anywhere. You get what I'm saying? So I got to consider, I can't be with somebody that do too much, because what if my mom needs me and I'm nowhere to be available? You get what I'm saying? It's just certain things that I got to take in consideration, because I'm on a whole nother level as a man. So I'm not like this measly old 18-year-old, 19-year-old that's hungry, that has no responsibility, that don't care about life, that has nothing to lose. I have a lot to lose, which is myself and my family.
And one thing we talked briefly is getting an entertainment lawyer, because I always heard, now I'm not as far as an entertainer per se, in front of the mic, I've always heard that you need them to protect your interests. So what are your thoughts on that?
I really been thinking long and hard about this, and it's like one of those things that's finally here. I was talking to one of my friends, like, they finally want you. So what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's now time for me to do research and have these things in my face. And I'm taking it slow. I'm not rushing it. Because this is my life, and I want to make sure I can live to 60, 70, 80 years old, maybe even 90, God's willing. I just want to make sure I don't, be like the fallen soldiers, God rest their soul. I don't want to jump in a situation and next thing you know, I'm on the news, God forbid. I don't want to be one of those ones, because I have so much more to give back to my community, because God gave me a lot to give back. So I don't want to waste his creation. So I gotta
being stuck in a contract that you can't move.
Right.
Because there are certain wordings, and I know Kanye can speak on that.
Oh yeah, he's stuck in his for life. Is that true?
No, I ain't stuck in no like no.
No, I said Kanye.
Oh no, I'm just saying Kanye.
Oh, I thought you said Kanye. Y'all know Kanye stuff. That's why he locked himself up in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
No, tell me more about that.
Okay, I watched an interview about Kanye, and Kanye, I ain't gonna get too much into it because I know they're always listening, but Kanye did some stuff that messed up his life, and now he's paying the repercussions of it, because you can get fame in so many different ways, but the way that he got fame was sacrifice, a lot of sacrifice, and he's mentally seeing what he's done. And now it took in away from the quality, because back when I was in high school, when he made Through the Wire and all those other songs, those songs got me through high school. I went through an all-black high school that I had to fight every day. That got me through it. I used to listen to Through the Wire in my MP3 walking to school. So I don't know what happened, because he was so influential, and now he's just
himself.
Yes, and it's blocking God's light to him, because God gave him so many words to give out, and he's not able to use it. And I don't want to be one of those ones. Like, if you guys hear my music, it has a message. Each one of my songs have a message in it, and I don't want to kind of like blur the line and just be a mumble rapper, or an artist that don't have any meaning. Y'all be like, okay, I don't want to listen to this person no more. Take him off my fucking playlist. And that's how people say, period, because he sucks. So I don't want to be one of those artists. Yeah.
You got anything?
you kind of like blown away. Hey, look, man, you talking about 15 years of blood, sweat, and tears. I'm an OG. I am an OG officially.
I've been doing music since 2002. And it takes time. I've been to school. I got credentials and all that type of stuff. I've been dealing with music since 2002. So what's that? Damn, that 20 years.
You got 5 on me.
Yeah.
He got 5 on it. He got 5 on it.
Yeah. I know the stuff you going through, man.
Man, listen.
I went to, they told you exact words that they be putting in them contracts to have your ass stuck for life.
Mm-hmm.
They call 360s.
Mm-hmm.
If you sign them type of deals, you fuck. Regardless if you making money with them or without them,
right?
You still owe them.
Oh yeah. It's
crazy.
You ever see the word in perpetuity in the contract? Do not sign it.
Thank you. Mental note. Ding.
Definitely, I don't know, but I always heard, get you
in perpetuity.
Yeah.
In perpetuity. In perpetuity. Okay, I got it. Mental in perpetuity. Yes. Lock in.
See that? Don't sign it.
Oh wow.
That
awesome.
One word could have you stuck forever.
Yeah.
That's why Kanye stuck. Wow.
I don't know, man.
I wonder if his skeleton can rap when he go.
Had to spit through the wire.
Wow.
So what's next for you?
I'm excited about a music festival that's coming up next week. Shout out to my girl from New Orleans, Shay Bay. You're gonna meet her soon. She's doing a lot of showcase women empowerment. She's gonna be there. Shout out to my new cameraman that's going to be there. And shout out to the 2 artists that I'm mentoring. They're Caucasian artists, and they want me to teach them how to rap, which I feel is inspiring because people may be biased about it, but I consider myself as being a teacher regardless of age, gender, size, and creed. Or race. I have a lot of stuff coming up. My EP is like more common wise since I'm in my 30s and I'm more experienced now. I really want to talk about life and, encouraging and motivating and really just hitting another level. You get what I'm saying? Kind of like want somebody to really flow with me instead of just being so sporadic. I still got music that's sporadic, but the beats that my producer, sent me he said, you need to kind of like re-enlighten yourself and really inspire you, because when I'm a king, it's kind of like the starting point of what I'm getting ready to do. You get what I'm saying? Because I really it took a lot of meditation for me to make that song, because I wanted it to be heartfelt, and I wanted fellow kings, when they hear that song, to be like, I am a king. It just takes me to be a king and realize that I am a king and follow the steps to be a king in order to be a king. So it's just me following the correct steps. And I ain't trying to sound, like I'm a nerd or whatever, but I still got a piece of that back in my head. It's just me being able to use what God gave me, because I'm a king and I'm here to inspire the masses. He spared my life too many times, and I asked him, why you love me so much? I asked him so much. No, but he loved me a whole hell of a lot. A whole hell of a lot. He said, look, bro, you gotta really cut it out. Like, that man, he loves me. And that's why I don't take his love for granted.
Okay.
Mhm.
So how can people follow you?
You guys can follow me at the real Lovabo 2 Y's. I am very, I'm kind of like dramatic. People, that's especially with my people like my dramatic side. Kind of like people like, wow. Hey, I gotta keep people engaged. I mean, you want a show, right? Right.
Awesome.
And I'm a Virgo too. Virgo
All right. Awesome. So we're gonna move on to crazy in the news. So I don't know if you guys saw this, but Nick Cannon had played a prank on Kevin Hart by sending him a live llama to his house for his birthday, right? So Kevin Hart upped him one, by taking out a billboard ad asking if you need advice for fatherhood, just call Nick Cannon. And he gave out Nick Cannon's phone number. And he took out billboards in Atlanta, New York, and LA.
Ooh.
Yes, he did.
So who knows who's calling Kevin Hart? Ooh. They said don't call Tyrone, call Kevin.
Let me go. Here we go.
Wow.
So he took out a billboard in Atlanta, New York, and LA.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
So what is the craziest prank you played on someone?
Oh, I did. I remember I called my mom and told her I was shot. This is what I did. This is what I did. This is what I did. She said, hello. I said, Mom, them niggas finally got my ass, man. I'm laying here and I'm trying to hold on. She said, baby, you better hold on, baby. You better hold on. You better not go in that light. She got my grandma. He about to go in the light. Mama, he about to go. Grandma got the phone. You better not go in that light because you better not leave me with her. You better come on back down here. They both was on the phone. I called him back. I said, Mama, I wasn't shot.
She cussed your ass out.
No, when she seen me when I visited, she hit me with something.
See, that's why she give you hell.
I had to. I was bored and I actually was tipsy. It was like 3 years ago. I was tipsy and somebody dared me to do it.
And you did it.
Yup. I think I still got a recorded call.
I probably did after that. My mama coming for me. Committed.
The way that I said it, though, I was like, I'm on the ground. Them niggas got me, and I knew this rap shit was gonna catch up.
I don't think I've played a prank because
I did.
I hate it when it's done to me. So
this over here don't like being scared or nothing. You don't sneak up on her. You don't even walk quietly in the house. You gotta make noise going through the house. This one right here, boy. I'm telling you.
No, one sound. I'm up with the bat. Where they at? I'm for real. I'm up.
You could be wide awoke. She could be wide awoke. You walking through the house not making some type of sound, and you scare her, man, you ain't gonna hear the end of it.
Like whatever.
Why you do that? You scared me. Well, I didn't try to. You did it on purpose. What the hell you mean I did it on purpose? I just told you I didn't try to.
Well, have you played any pranks on someone? What's the worst one? Because you just feel a prank.
A prank. I done did plenty of them.
I know you have.
I can't even remember just one directly. Yeah, I can't remember one directly. I didn't play pranks on a lot of people.
I thought that was a very funny for Kevin Hart to do. Put that man's phone number, and it was his real phone number too.
Put my real number.
It was his real phone number.
I'm about to beat your ass. You don't put my real damn number out there.
That's crazy right there.
He's like, payback's a bitch. That's what he put.
Oh yeah, he got him good too. Got real good.
If he did that to Kevin phone would definitely be running off the hook.
Yeah, but Kevin coming back. So okay. So now I'm just waiting on Nick to come back and see how far it's
I wonder what he gonna do though. I wonder what he gonna do.
Put his address out there.
Now they're going too far.
No, they ain't going too far, nigga. You put my phone number out there.
But phone number, they still can't come to you.
But
With a
address,
phone
they
number,
can track the phone number now.
They can find your address through a phone number.
Mm-hmm.
They could try, but I guess with them being a star, I would think they got so many measures in between to keep them protected.
Look at the O.J. Simpson case.
But how long ago was that? We have evolved.
They may be in gated communities where they can't
Right.
get through the gate, but
Right.
still,
Right.
your address is there. Nigga.
Right.
People know where you at.
Right.
I could sit by your damn gate, wait till you come out,
Right.
wait till you go in.
Right.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah,
He right about that now.
I think just putting your address is going too far, but I am looking.
Nigga, you already put an address if you gave the man phone number.
So if I put your number in somewhere, I can find your phone, your
Chop
address.
toes off.
No, I'm just saying, how can I?
Hey man, that's
find your
abuse.
address?
You can't.
I don't have to test that and
No,
see.
the hell you can't.
Putting it out there, but what would you do to find somebody's address by their phone number?
You know, there's stalkers out there that'll find you.
Oh,
from
yeah.
what you look like.
Oh
Well, they
yeah.
can do that regardless. They don't even have to have your phone number for that.
Right. But it's stalkers that man, they're gonna find you. If they want you, they're gonna find you.
I get that, but you don't need a phone number for that. They're gonna do that anyway.
Right. So if they gave phone numbers, they're gonna make it easier.
Yep.
If they gave addresses, they're gonna make it even easier.
Yep.
That's why I wouldn't give the address, not phone number. Address, that's going too far.
I think giving the phone number is going
You know they can find you through your Facebook too and IG.
So I mean, it's already out there.
Yeah, you don't even need a phone number. They can just the location on your Facebook or your IG. A lot of people put their location where they at or where they was, and they can trace where you was to how far the distance of the place is, and bang, bing, bang, boom.
Yeah. All righty, moving on.
All right, moving on.
Okay, speaking of Kevin Hart, what should you watch? So Fatherhood, that's on Netflix, starring Kevin Hart and co-starring Lil Rel, I think is a movie to watch. It's a very good movie where it's talking about a father coping with raising his daughter after his wife passes after childbirth, and the trials of the women trying to take the child from him because they're not trusting him as a father. I think which I know is like that stereotype that men can't raise kids, by themselves, and especially not girls. So very good movie, and he kept his child. That kind of have that moment where he's down, thinking about it. But at the end of the day, he kept his child. So I thought it was a very good movie.
It's a good thing. Men can do this sounds crazy, but men can do the same thing women can do. We can raise our kids just like y'all do.
Mm-hmm.
We could be good parents to our kids just like y'all do. Just do it in a different way.
On an ask don't tell policy.
That too.
I think it's good to show more movies where men are raising their kids, especially black men, because it's such a stereotype out there that black fathers are not part of a kid's life.
Right.
So it's a really feel good movie, and just a lot of things that checks off. Is a black father. He's raising his child. He's successful. He was married, even though his wife passed, after having the baby. And it actually brought a little light to black women being one of the highest rates of immortality or dying after having kids.
Mm-hmm.
So very good movie. Very good movie. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
All righty, did you know? So this segment, we will celebrate and acknowledge the African American and their contributions to making this country great. February is Black History Month, but we celebrate Black History Month on our show every week. So today, I want to celebrate Aaliyah Dana Halton, also known as Aaliyah, who is an American singer, actress, dancer, and model.
My baby mama.
So before her untimely death in a plane crash, she was accredited with numerous hits like Age Ain't Nothing But a Number and Back and Forth, and movies that's under her belt, Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned. So it was reported that coming soon, another movie of her life called Back and Forth, supposed to be released by December of 2021. So hopefully, just looking forward to seeing that coming. You know, she passed away at the age of 22, tender age of 22, and she also was supposed to be releasing some music. They took her music down and is going to repackage it and is going to re-release all her music. So looking forward to seeing more of Aaliyah and celebrating her life. So today, Aaliyah, we remember and salute you for the contributions you made to this country. Less than heaven.
All right. Let's get up some claps for that.
Yes.
She is beautiful. My mama.
Yeah.
My.
Her hand left eye.
Left eye, she
Never died too soon.
But she can't touch Aaliyah. No. Aaliyah beautiful.
Yeah, she is. All right, moving on. And no more. But that's all right, though. We're going to keep it moving. Back in the day. So my Back in the Day song, of course, is going to be Aaliyah, Back and Forth. It peaked at number 5 on the U.S. Billboard 100, and it was number 1 on the R&B charts for 3 weeks. And it reportedly sold over 700,000 copies. So that is my Back in the Day with Miss Aaliyah, Back and Forth.
All righty then.
Yes. She was the one artist that I really felt when they announced that she had passed in a plane crash, because like she was so young, and you know her future was just like
so bright.
Yeah.
So bright. So
there wasn't no limit to her future.
Yeah. Despite the R's and the Kellys.
When she met R. Kelly, that's when her life went down.
He the one that kind of discovered and put her out, but of course it came with other stuff.
Yeah,
I know it takes two to tango. They say, you know.
Yeah, but it being he's the adult, and she was still technically
an
adult or teenager.
The thing is if the parent let him marry that girl at the age of 15, then who do you blame?
The parent.
The parent. It's like there's an actor that was on that marriage boot camp that had married a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah, but his parents was
he
there.
Was 50. She was 16. The parents allowed him to marry her.
That check cleared.
Yeah,
pretty much.
That check cleared. A lot of zeros.
But see,
you don't
really hear about shit when it comes to white people doing that shit.
Right.
But when black people doing that shit, it's the scum of the earth. Even though that shit is wrong, it's the scum of the earth. Do it for white people too. If they doing the shit, matter of fact, on the show, they didn't even allow the girl to stay in the house because she wasn't an adult.
Right.
So he had to sleep in the house by himself. She had to go to a hotel. Nigga, you 50 years old, fucking a 16-year-old nigga, you can't get your dick wet somewhere else?
Well, that was wrong.
You gotta understand, it's just young and tender.
Age does matter.
It does matter, but to him, you know, you gotta in the minds of a pedophile, and in the minds of a pedophile, they see things on a whole different level than we see them. No, I'm just being. I don't want to know how they look at it, but they see it on a whole nother level that's creepy. You know,
I agree.
The girl was 16. You can wait 2 more years.
Nope, you had to have it right then.
Because it's tender.
And then the parents allowing the shit. You the one that should have went to jail, fuckface. If you allow your damn 15 or 16-year-old child marry a fucking 50-year-old man, you should be the one that going.
That check clear, and they need some bills paid.
Somebody done woke up.
Man, you know how I feel about.
I know, like, he done woke up.
And I would beat the fuck out of me a nigga. I see a fucking with a goddamn 15, 16-year-old and you fucking 50. Nigga,
It happens in Atlanta all the
It
time.
happens everywhere, unfortunately.
Child trafficking is real.
It's real.
It's a girl that just
This is
came
the
up missing out of Buckhead. Beautiful Latina girl came up missing. Her mom is devastated. Just on the news last night.
Shit, I'd be devastated too, but I'd be devastated to the point as if I catch you, motherfucker, I'm shooting your dick off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You won't be sticking that no more, goddamn young girls.
And I don't know on that note.
Hey, he gave Blood Run gave it true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really what it is. Niggas,
Mhm.
man, that niggas, look, if you a man and you hate the niggas or people to mess with kids, all this sex trafficking stuff, why don't you do
It's
something about
terrible.
it?
It's terrible.
I know
It's
you
out
can't
of
do it by
control.
yourself. Shit, I jump in the damn crew, nigga. I'm gonna if I can find your ass and you fucking with a damn kid, I'll shoot your shit off and mail it back to you, nigga. By the time it get back to you, it's rotten as hell.
Yeah.
Can't use that shit no more. Sew it back on.
I can't. I'm dead. I'm dead. You sound like my granddad used to sound. Nah, I swear his spirit gotta be floating somewhere around up in here. Cause you sound just like him. That's exact words he'll say.
You old nasty motherfucker, man. Your old ass go pay a hoe $40 or something.
But let me give you a fun fact. And I can't give the place where they have them at, but you got girls as young as 13 that develop quick. So sometimes you don't know.
You don't know that she's 13.
No. Let me defend myself before you cut me.
I agree with
Some
that.
girls, the foods that they eat
I agree.
have growth hormone.
Yeah.
So some girls look voluptuous. Cause I was literally coming home from work and this girl kept looking at me. She's talking about where I'm 17. I said, oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. She's talking about, yes, I am. Yeah, she titties, ass, everything fill out. You get what I'm saying? Everything full. Like, I'm like, what? You get what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of them that look full, but
they ain't.
Talk by the way they talk and their attitude.
Mm-hmm.
If you figure that out, then you won't be fucking with them. If you wanted to figure it out. But if you don't want to figure it out, you don't give a fuck. She coming at you, and you need your dick shut off.
And let me tell you something. She gonna snitch too. Oh, soon as her daddy asks her, she be like, well, and I let him. Why?
Or be on the damn phone with one of her friends talking. Girl, I got me a 30-year-old. You 16 years old talking about you got 30.
Not me. I don't want it.
I'm about to beat the skin off your ass. And when I find that nigga, I'm putting his dick in his forehead.
And our last thing of the day.
Ready? All right. Let's go.
Alrighty, our last segment of the day. Blow that shit out. So I want to talk to my sisters, my Black women. There's no secret that Black women are the anchors for this America. When you need something done, you call on a Black woman. No disrespect to my Black men, but we have always been the ones in that corner holding it down. And let's be clear, I'm referring to the real women, not the lying, scheming, sorry excuse for women, because they are those too. So, but for some of us real Black women, it just seems like when we get into a room where there's more than one, there's a competition that there always has to be just one, and there's no competition. If we all just be together as one, if another one comes in the scene, I mean, she should be reviewed as your sister and not a competition and be attacked or, them joining the ranks of everybody else, to attack. And I on my own personal, and then I went with my daughter when my granddaughter, she's going to kindergarten, and being that she's a teacher, she's like, well, what do you think about your fellow teachers? And she's like, everybody's cool, but there are a couple of Black women that has been mean to me. And I was like, well, like, yeah, like what? It's like, yep. They give me the side eye or look me up and down or whatever. And I was like, she's new. And I was like, they haven't even having a conversation, but yet you're getting that feeling like, oh, look at this bitch, you know? And that's like, why we just can't get it together? I mean,
it's just something that's been going on for decades. I mean,
but it has to be a stop.
It's not.
It has
It's a generational curse. It's gonna go on for years to come. That's why we got Atlanta Housewives.
That ain't making it better.
It's not no curse. What it is, we still got our mind stuck in the Willie Lynch letter and all that Jim Crow shit. We still stuck in that shit. They mentally fucked us, and they keep on fucking us because we not trying to get away from it.
Mm-hmm.
We not trying to come together like we was together in the Tulsa, Oklahoma days.
Mm-hmm.
Back with the Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
They was together.
Mm-hmm.
They made money outside of Tulsa, but they brought it back to Tulsa.
Mm-hmm.
They spent their money with each other. They did not take their money outside of the Black Wall Street area. So mentally, we fucked to the point where as soon as we get a dollar,
we spend it.
But
Clothes.
it's
Going to
more
them.
than
Not
just
us.
the
Mhm.
dollar. It's just it's
But
us as a people.
It's all in it because with them mentally fucking us, we don't keep our money. Therefore, they keep the men at the house, which is Section 8. They keep the men at the house, and women are now being independent to the point that I'm the head bitch in this house.
But you gotta
So if
understand
any
food
other
stamps
female-
too.
That too. But any female that come in this house, they got to be beneath me.
That's right.
They can't be above me.
That's right.
And same thing go with men. Oh, I'm making this amount of money, and I'm gonna keep this to myself. Or if I tell somebody,
right,
I'm in fear of them taking over and leaving me out.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna be that one to start. So, as the president of the Real Ass People Society, especially to my Black women, there's enough room for all of us to shine. When one shine, we all do. So stop being part of the problem and of why we can't thrive as a people and be part of the solution. Your sister is not your threat. Let each one of us just embrace each other and help each other be better human beings. God bless you and these United States of America. And that's my sign off as your president of the Real Ass People Society.
Look at this shit. You gonna get that right.
You know I'm the president. I just don't have my shirt on today, but I am the president.
Crazy shit.
Now, this is the end of the show where we just some of the the stuff you just want to just release. Anything, any last words for you, Lovaboy? Anything you want to release is just saying.
Well, I'm dealing with a lot of like artist shit. My mind is literally like I don't know who to fucking trust at this point, and that's why I'm on the schedule. You get what I'm saying? So I advise any artist that's doing anything, don't trust nothing, trust your instinct, and keep yourself on the schedule. You got to schedule people into your life. That came to me from Tiana Taylor. I'm like, oh. And I met, she's like, schedule people in and out of your life.
Yeah. Some people are here for a season.
Not a reason.
Crazy shit. But it's true. Because some people come in just to get what they can get and then dust their ass off.
Right. It happened to me like so many times. And, being in the industry, it happens, but I learned from it. But at the same sense, I still have that contact to fall back on. It's like, okay, you still can come to my show sometimes. You still can say hello to me sometimes. But, it's a learning experience. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's the industry. That's how it is. And you can't have no feelings by it.
Right.
You cannot get emotional. So some of you guys that are in your feelings, go jack off, go fuck some, go do whatever you need to do. Go sit on the side of the road and scream. Go kick rocks. I kick a tree sometimes when I'm mad. I seriously kick a tree. If I'm mad, I go kick a tree. Seriously, I go kick a tree.
Breaking a toe in your foot.
No. I don't kick it. I just kick it to the point of like,
okay.
Or either I just grab a bush and just throw the leaves. Like it's no, but for real. Or either I take a long walk. You get what I'm saying? But find some different ways to do stuff. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Stop bitching.
Pretty much. There's a lot of that going on.
That's true.
You can't bitch because of something you ain't doing right.
Right.
You do what you're supposed to do when
Right.
you're supposed to do it. You do it
Right.
the right way that you think it's supposed to go.
Right.
Then it's right.
Right.
But if you goddamn just not putting in the effort or putting in the time, how the fuck is this supposed to work?
Mhm.
You gotta plant the seed,
Yeah.
and you gotta make sure you put in the correct fertilizer and water it.
And keep the right people around you.
Right.
That's key.
Right.
Keep the right people around you.
Right.
Cool.
Right.
You want to close us out there, Doctor? What? What call you, Doctor?
See,
Damn.
some. No.
We gonna operate.
Oh.
DJ Talented.
Yeah. All right,
Y'all
y'all
funny.
know what it is. Y'all know what it is, man. Check us out on Terradome Entertainment. You can go to the website. You can check us out on just about every social media. This is The Real, The Raw, and The Rugged. You also can check us out on Live 365 at Terradome Entertainment Radio. Be on the lookout for more of Lovaboy.
Definitely.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm an OG in this thing. I'm coming.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Miss Entertainment, any more last words?
That's it. Take us on out.
All right. This is again The Real
The Raw
and the Motherfucking Rugged. Every Saturday, 12 o'clock, Live 365. Download the app. You'll hear us. We also will have replays on YouTube on The Real, The Raw, The Rugged.
Fridays.
Fridays at 6. All right. We out this bitch.
We out.
All right.
We give you the real, like you pop in a red pill. Ain't no time for acting, it's like camera action. Real life is a script, real talk is what it is. Enlighten your success, back at it again. Until you can't filter it, it's raw. Uncut, no taste, give it to you in your face. Fresh off the chopping block, delivery every Sunday. Rugged, it is the show with substance, guaranteed you leave with something. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, pour it in your glass, let's toast it.